other, yeah, fuck off. So if we go here, well, the Streamlabs hasn't even bothered saying hello yet. Oh, and it says that I'm offline. Well, that's interesting. I wish. Right, so I've got a little bit of a better view there. So, right now I can hear myself coming through that. But if I hold that like that, I can see what the pieces are. Okay, I think we're going to go with that bit of a setup. I just feel the other one you just couldn't really see too much. Maybe just a little bit higher. We don't want to be, super high, but that said, no, I think the other height, it's about right there. I might just tilt this a little bit more that way. Yes, I'm aware that I'm not making a whole lot of... I can hear myself coming through my phone speaker and it's distracting. I have APD, auditory processing disorder, which means if there's too much background noise, I can't focus and I can't get a word out. Which makes family gatherings wonderful. Well, with my wife's family. She has a large family. So, rightio. Try a new angle, see how this goes. Alright, so, just feel it's a little bit, how's that? Ooh, that's too bright. Oh, wait, what if I go like that? Brilliant. Okay, this feels really good now. I'm glad I took the time to do this morning. Thank you for everybody who decided to join in and share this time with me. Actually, I'm just going to turn this up a little wee bit, and then hopefully I can hear myself talking and not distract myself too much, and then see how the audio is. And the volume's at mid volume. Okay. Okay, that's acceptable. Alrighty. So yeah, we're doing the Voltron Lego Voltron set, Green Lion. Of course, this one is the KO from AliExpress. To everybody who thinks that's wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm not spending $1,000 on a box of plastic. I'm sorry. As fun and cool as it is, it's the price I've seen it going for on eBay and Trade Me and other websites. It's not worth it. It's really, really not. Yeah. So I'm not saying that the designers and creators of this aren't worth their dues. They certainly are. But also, coming from a Gunpla Playmo background, I can definitely see areas which I would like to improve on it. My best friend, he's a massive Lego collector, so he's bound to have a few spare parts, so I can try and implement those changes. And yeah, alrighty, so let's get on to this. We're going to take a 3x2, 2x3, and two of these right angled 2x4s, and just pop them on. First step completed. I feel like I've done this so many times before. Oh, because I have. I built this to make sure all the pieces were there, and all of the pieces, even after me sorting through them, were 100% there. So I was really happy with that. Okay, we want one of a 1x4 and two 1x1 right angle pieces. So I've got a collection of pieces in here. There's one and two. So just those are the ones. They're just going to pop onto the front. Or they're going to pop on there. I don't know why I call it the front, because it's probably not even a front. It's probably going to turn into a side or something, the way these kits build up. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, we need our multicolored box. I want one of these black axle pieces, and it's just going to pop into top of those two right angle ones. I'm just going to move things around a little bit more. There we go, that's better. Okay, and then we want a 2x4, just one of them. It's going to go onto there. One thing I did discover is the instructions confuse me in this bit here. Yes. Anyway, we're not focusing on this bit, but yet I think I try and go too far ahead. Like I look at each instruction before the next one comes. And right, so we want 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces, and just going to build them up like that. That goes onto there. Hang on. What's happened? No, I have screwed up. I see where I go wrong when I'm making this one now. Okay. Let's take all of this apart. Because I see where I've screwed up. Alright, now we take one of this. We read instruction number 2. It's because it goes, it's all over the place a little bit. And because that explanation, but I keep missing instruction number 2 or instruction number 4. It's confusing. I know a lot of people will be able to look at this and go, how is that confusing? It is. Okay, so our next one is instruction. Okay, instruction number 1 is that just get the Right. Instruction number 2 is to put these on. Instruction number 3, I need one of this and 2 of these. Okay, so that goes onto there, and onto there. Okay, so next one, instruction number 4, which I keep missing because reasons. 2, and then we want one of the 2x3 plates. Is it a plate or is it a tile? I can't remember. Right, so that one goes onto there, and then these 2 go on either side. Okay, so that's how we do that bit there. So I've been missing this instruction out here. I just haven't seen it. I know, it's right there in front of me and I don't see it. Okay, one of these goes over there, and then the single axle goes there. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cough that won't go away. So that should now be 1, 2, 3 high. We've done that piece right. We already assembled that, and that piece we can pop into there. You would think 4 times of building this thing, I would figure that out. Took the 4th time to learn. What was the 3rd? I can't remember how many times I built the red line, but there we go. Now we have instruction number. We need 2 of those right angle pieces again. So let's go into our orange bowl. 1 and 2. And we're just going to pop these there and there. I feel maybe that's a little bit too high up. I don't know if anybody's watching. Is it too high up? Does it look okay from there? Let me know. I can't make changes if I don't have the information. Okay, instruction number 8. 2x3 plate, and we're just putting that onto there. Okay, we need 2 1x2 plates. Are they plates? I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, and then we have 2x4 sloped piece brick. We want 2 of those, so we'll go 1 and 1 and 1. And what are we doing here? Okay, we're putting 2x1s in the front of these, and then we're going with this on the top on either side there. Okay, now we want another single axle brick. I think it's a single axle brick, I don't know. I'll load a wiki one day and actually learn about it. For now, it's an axle, because I remember when I was a kid you used to put the wheels on there and then they would spin. So, yeah, not bad spin for what they were. Okay, so we're just going to put that aside there for a moment. We need 2 of these Technic pieces. We want 1 axle, yellow axle, and 2. Oh, hang on, it's a single there. Right, and these 2 2x1 bricks with the axle in the middle, and we're sliding those on 1, 2 and 3, making, well, that's pretty solid. Okay, so I'm guessing this that's probably like the bottom now. I can't remember. So we're doing this one, we're putting these two onto the, sorry, these two together, just there like that. That felt nice and tight. That was good. Okay, and we want 2 of the 2x1 flats. I know there's at least 1 in this pile, because I unceremoniously dumped it there a second ago. There we go. And we're just going to put these onto here. Okay. Might just move the instructions aside a little bit so that my laptop doesn't overheat. It breathes through its keyboard. Okay, so we are getting 1 of this. It's the 2x2 waterfall piece. I call it a waterfall piece because it goes over and down, or over and down. Either way, and 2 grey right angle 1x1s. There's 1, and there's number 2. Did I bump the camera then? I'm sorry. It wouldn't be a Grimtingu stream if Grimtingu didn't do things. See, that just pops off. That. Oh, the other one just sort of fell off too. Okay. I'm sure it will become more rigid over time. Okay, so we want 2 2x1 tiles. They're going to cap off these bits. There we go, just popping them on the ends there. We want 4 of the 2x1 tiles. 3 and 4. And 2 1x6s. We're going to pop these 2x1s on like so. Just one nub in. We'll do that on the second one. I really hope this doesn't look absolutely awful. Yeah, just putting those onto the sides there and there. That looks a little bit curved, but I don't like how that's just popping off. I wonder if I, yeah. It's a little bit better, but I wonder if I should stick some blue tack in there or something. I don't have any blue tack handy, do I? No. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the end of that page. Right. Okay, so the next one is, bring these from under the page. I did predict when I first started putting this kit together that the manual would die before I finished it. And it's certainly looking that way. Right, so we're going to get, oh, maybe these will hold, oh, okay. Right, there we go. Now I know what we're looking at. So we're going to get these two angled ones. That's going to stop that moving. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Two funny angled ones. They're just going to pop on there. And then we want two 1x1 tiles. There we go. And they're just going to go up into the top corners, and then we're going to get a little black C-clip, 2x1. It looks like the letter C. That's why I call it a C-clip. Probably other names, but okay, and that's where we're good there. Right, now we need a 2x4 tile and 2x4 curved thing. That's just going to pop on the there. I don't know if it's the front, the back, the middle, side, whatever anymore. And on there. Okay, so that must be the back. That'll be the tail, hips, and waist. You'd think I'd remember this from doing the red line, but the red line's all the way over there, and I'm not going to get up and to do that. Okay, next we have two balls. I'm assuming they're called balls. Okay, so one goes onto the yellow axle, like so. Pop that one onto there. And there we have that. Okay, so I'll put that aside just for now. Our next one is we want 2x6 and a thick ball holder. That's just going to pop onto the last 4 or 2, depending on how you want to look at it. Just make sure it's probably secure on there, right? Okay, so now we want a 2x1 red brick, a 1x4 green brick, a 1x2 red brick, and a round 2x2 grey. Want to make sure that the hole is facing that way, not either side, you know, because that's probably going to be quite important for the build. I can't imagine why they would put that there. Oh look, because that bit plugs into it. Alright, so now we are going to get the biggest plate in this entire collection for the green line, and just put that on top with it being in the middle. Probably more detail than you really need. And then we've got these curved ones. We've got 2x1 little curved piece, and that will just pop on there. Alright, next we want another two 2x6s, and I put the orange bowl away just too soon enough, because I need another one of the 2x1 round edge with the hollow points. Anyway, It's round, it's 2x1, it goes on the end of there. These ones go on just to give that a bit more thickness. And, oh, so we're creating the same one that we did earlier with the 2 blue and the 2 grey. I don't know what they're called. These ones here. 1 and 2. And that builds up like so. And wait, did I totally? I skipped a complete step. I don't know why I did that. Okay. And that's going to become a fucking clip. I'm going to put it into a reel, whatever the fuck they're called. Okay. I probably should have put it up a label that I swear a bit, eh? Okay, so when we don't skip that step, it should look like that. So then we can put this one onto there because we didn't skip that step. And then we want another round one. And that's just going to pop on top. So then you've got 2 there. And then the reason for that being, I actually thought that would get secured before we plugged anything into it, but okay. So we're going to take this funky boy. I'm just going to pop that into there. That's actually really tight. That's pretty cool. Okay, and so we'll put that one there just for now. We want 4 of the 1x1. That's good. And that must be from previously. I didn't pull it apart properly. Yeah, I know. I've already built this and I still suck at building it. Yeah. So we're going to just put those together like that. And we've got the 2 1x2 bricks. Just going to pop those on. Make a right angle. And that's just going to drop onto the front there like so. Which means when we get down to these bits, which I rolled off previously and haven't actually corrected all of it. Okay, so there we go, I didn't pull those apart properly. Sorry. I've got a persistent cough from being stuck inside for too long. Alright, so that's that bit done. Our next one is we want 2 of these black pieces. And we want 2 6x1s. And the 6x1s are going to go from there to there, leaving, I'll actually do it on this one here. So you make sure you leave that one there. Oh, pretty good. Okay, these ones are just going to pop onto each end. Give it a bit of a collar. And then we want, where's the one that I didn't disassemble? There it is. So we're going to take, oh, I hate getting those ones apart. 2 1x1s. Pop it on like so. And there we go. Right, so what's our next one going to be? the white tile. Here we go, and we're just going to pop that straight into that bit there. Almost skipped that step. Don't know why I'm skipping steps. Don't know why I'm tripping over my own tongue either. Okay, so we need two 2x6s. They're just going to, where's the balls? The balls are there, so we go one there. That's one thing. I also have that with model kits, gunpla, all that sort of stuff. You build up these really cool inner frames, and then you cover it all up, and it's just kind of. I don't want to just. Maybe one day I'll do an exposed armor. Yeah, like have the armor up and off, so then do all this inner detail, and then that'd be interesting to see how that looks like. Have one half of the kit with the armor lifted off. So anyway, and we need to put a 1x4 just across there. Sorry, I got distracted with an idea. Thank you for listening to my idea. Let me know if it's a good idea or not. It would be an interesting one to do. I'd have to choose my kit carefully. So I want 4 of these, which I thought one was actually a bizarrely shaped one because I hadn't pulled it apart properly. 4 of these, and we are just going to pop them in, one on either side. If that will pop in, one on either side of that middle point, covering up the red and the grey. That's one thing I find hilarious is there's so many brightly coloured, like there's the pink and the teal bricks that are just buried deep underneath everything. Why do you have such beautifully coloured bricks just to be packing bricks? Maybe so you can see them easier, make sure you've got it in place all correctly, and yeah, that would make sense to me. Alright, so we're now on to our instruction number 30. We need a 2x4. We need 2 2x2 right angles. And this funky piece that I spent about 5 minutes, about 3 minutes last night, was watching TV and just trying to, not trying to put too much pressure because I didn't want to break it, but turns out it's not supposed to be broken. Or, at the very least, pulled apart. Okay, so we've got the balls facing that way. This one's just going to pop onto there. The 2x4 right there. And then the right angles are going to pop into here. So there we go. That's going to leave those little spots down. Okay, now we want 2. These ones are interesting. I haven't seen ones like this prior to building this kit. So we want 2 of those, and they are going to go in the middle there. One of those, and there's the other one right there, and we would need 2 of these as well. No, just one. Sorry. And that's going to build up, so then it is going to be similar in fashion to the piece that I was trying to break. There we go. Right, so that is that piece done. Let us turn the manual over. Okay, we need a 2x1. Two of these curved but stepped pieces. I don't know what they're called. If you do know, please let me know. Knowledge is power. Actually, knowledge helps you not look like a dumbass when you're trying to do something. Okay, we're just going to pop these onto this bit there. Oh, and we've still got this bit here to do. So this one here, we want that one there. And that's going to go on there. And the 2x1, it's just going to pop on there. Okay, now we've got these really cool pieces. They just look like shoulder armor from something. And I'm pretty sure that they're the shoulder armor for this particular lion. And they're just going to clip there. That's actually quite strong. It's a little skeptical, but that feels good. Like, I'm putting a reasonable amount of force to pull that off. And okay, and then we want the red tile. And that one's just going to pop onto there, so everything's in line. And we're going to put on a sticker. Sticker number 3. There we go. It's not absolutely perfect. I mean, it's about 0.5 millimeter too far over on this side, but I don't know. You're not going to notice. I'm not going to quibble about it. So there we go. Twist back where they belong. And then we're going to take these and push them together. Like a betrothed marriage. There we go. So we're most of the way there, and we're like 38 minutes into it. I must be getting better at doing this, because the red line took me almost an hour to get done, if not a bit longer. Alright, so got some funky grey pieces to make the tail. So we want one of that. We've got one of those. We need one of those. Oh, sorting through the grey is just going to be a pain in the butt. No, it's not really. There's little things I can do to make sorting the grey pieces much easier. Such as while I'm searching for a piece that seems to be nowhere. There it is. Okay, so we'll try that logic again. So I'm searching for a piece that worked twice. Okay, so we're just going to pop those onto that one onto there. I'm going to take these cool, they've got like little pitted bits. Just going to pop those onto there and another one onto there. And then we're going to pop that right there. Now here's a tail, wiggle waggle. See, according to what I saw online this morning, Michael Jamal Warner died. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit sad. Okay, so we were going. Part of me just wants to tip all of these pieces out now and then just have at it. Yeah, do let's. How many pieces did I knock on the floor then? Just one. Okay, so these are the pieces that we have left. We did have 4 bowls of pieces. Now we've got a small stack. Now we're going to be building this up twice. So I'll go through how it's done with one of them, and then I'm just going to go hard on the next one. I'll just do it. Okay. Well, we're actually going to be doing this 4 times, but 2 times going to be in the opposite way of the first 2 times. If that makes any sense. So I'm just going to really challenge myself here, since we noticed how much I skipped instructions earlier, and try and build these up all at the same time. Okay, so we want this one, which is 2, 3. Okay, so what is next? Oh, that's going to make it so much easier. That one just pops, and literally you just put it onto the one where that one isn't. Pretty groovy. I can dig it. And that makes it so that you can't screw up your orientation from that point onwards. Everything else is going to build up exactly the same. But, so like, because what I mean here is the next piece is this ball joint. Now it's going to go, you can't clip it onto there. The only way it is going to go is that way. So these are just going to be an absolute breeze to put together. And then we want the 1x1s. We just need 4 of them. We have a grand total of 3. Now we've got a bit more than that. Okay, 1 goes on there. 2. 3. 4. Okay, that didn't clip on properly. Now we want 4 1x3s and 4 of these. Is that right? Yes. Is that the piece? Yes. I just thought there would be another large amount of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, yes, I was right. I was second guessing myself. Again, as I'm wont to do. Okay. Sorry, I just positioned my back in a new way, and oh, the relief. And there we go. So now we have 4 partial legs built. I'm guessing we're going to, yeah, there is no guessing. We are. There is. So we want some waterfall pieces, and they are going to just pop over onto the other side here to make a nice 2x4. So build them all up like so. Pop it on. And not that one, that one's a little bit too big. Just a little bit. And there we go. Now comes the cool finishing part. We're going to put some angle pieces in here. And the round piece on the side. So let's do the round pieces on the sides first, since I've got those separated out. So they're just going to pop on that 2x4 there. I was said earlier about the sticker that I put on not being, it was 0.5 millimeter over on there, and I actually wonder if maybe that was the cut of the sticker, because I'm looking at the printing of these, and these don't even, they're way off. Oh, that top line is certainly not flat. It's not square. It's got a bloody. Oh, sorry. It's got a nice. It goes. Okay. There's the round bits put on. Now we're going to get 4 of these. And we also want 4 of these 1x1 angle pieces. Very small, very easy to lose, and they make a wonderful sound when they go up the vacuum cleaner tube. Okay, we're just going to pop those ones onto there. Oh, that's funny. I don't know if you can see it. Squeeze it in, and it pops back out. Anyway. So we're just going to build those up like that. That's so weird how they do, they pop up. I don't think it's going to like fly apart in the middle of the night or something like that. Sorry. Okay, repetitive actions. Okay, now we want 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is going to be so very, very complex. I'm just going to pop them together like so. And then we're going to take these ones, and you want the high piece to clip on just there like that. So high piece on top. And then we're going to pop the legs on. So that one is getting facing the right way. Okay, so we want these curved bits facing to the front or back. And I think I just screwed that up. No, I did that right. There we go. Now we have a lion with legs and no feet. So he's getting there. great part is, and over the next couple of days I have to pull apart the black line. It took me like 4 hours to put that thing together. Or was it 5? Either way, it's a big put together. Oh, now we're going to build the feet. Cool. So, looks like the feet are all going to be the same instruction. We just don't need those bits. And all of these ones. Oh, except for those. Okay, so they're all going to start with the claw pieces going onto the front of these 3x2 angled pieces. Okay, and then we're going to put the ankle hinge into it, and it's just going to pop on there, like so. And then we're going to have the right angle tile come in, and that will just square it all up. So there, you can't really mess the feet up. I mean, if you put this one, you could put it on like that, but then you'd recognize that maybe it wasn't done quite right. And then we have 4 feet, and these are just going to clip on. With the feet going outwards. And that is pretty good. Okay, I do get the feeling that we might finish this guy ahead of time. We will be taking a break in about 5 minutes. So be prepared for that. Okay, take one of these and a 2x1. Going to put the 2x1 just in the front of it, towards where the giant C-clip is. And then we're going to get the 2 of these, the right angles, but they're going upwards instead of the waterfall. And pop those on the sides there. Now, put that aside. We want 2 of these and 2 of these. And these are going to go, so all the functioning bits are at the front. Well, all gathered at one end. And then we're just going to pop these onto the right angle pieces. So we've got that built there. Now we want to take a 2x1, and that's just going to pop in there, filling that gap, making that nice and flush there, and a 1 2x3. Sorry, couldn't remember words for a moment, and we're just filling that top piece. So that's all semi-locked together. Okay, next is we want 2x4 white. It's going to go there, and 2x1 grey coming into the back. And our next one is this big boy. And 2x2 C brick, or C clip brick, or I don't know the name of it. 2x2 plate, just into there, and then these, I thought they were teeth, but apparently they are icicles. But in this instance today, they are teeth going at the front of the mouth. Woohoo! Okay, 2x4 green waterfall pieces. They're just going onto there. And one on the other side. Can you see a bit of a lion's face forming there? Lion head, sorry. I can. Okay, and we want 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the 2x1 that have a one piece in the top, and we're just going to line the entirety of this with these. Alright, so I have no idea where all the pieces went to. I think that I managed to recover everything. We'll put what I've got here on, try and finish this step. I don't know. Oh, okay, that's what I did wrong. I pushed on there so hard I flung it off. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Have we got all the pieces back? We do. Okay, so a 1 3x1. And 2 of these angled 1x1s, and they're just going to pop on there. Okay. So, okay, 1x1 in the silvery plastic, or gunmetal-y plastic. This funny little step piece, that one is just going to go there. And another one finishing that bit, giving them this nice little stripe. In all honesty, as none of the lions in Voltron have manes, then technically they could all be females, but they could all be juvenile as well. So either way, that's an argument I just don't want to get into. Okay, so we need 1 2x1 tile, a 1x1 gold round, and a quarter circle. rubber circle is going to go there, and then the gold one goes there, and this one pops up here. We're going to probably, as I can see that we've already got the same pieces available, we're probably going to be doing it on the other side, and I'm just trying to think whether I should just carry on straight through or take a break, because the next part is not going to be hard to do at all. I think we'll just push on through today. Anyway, skipping steps. Okay, so we want one of these, a 2x1 angled piece, a right angle, and a right angle. That's the right angle. You know what I mean. Okay, so we're going to take this, and we're going to build it up. Did you catch that? Sorry, I'll do another one, but we'll do it setting up for the upside. So you take that one there, put your right angle, so you're leaving a hole there. Put your other piece into there. Your tile, 2x2 tile to cap that off, and then your 1x2 slanted, just to give that little bit of an angle there. Okay, so, and then this one is going to go there. I'll flip over, and we're going to do the same as what we had done previously there. I don't know this for certain, but it actually has it right there on the instructions in front of me. No wonder that was flowing so easily. I was taking the instructions in without actually looking at them fully. I can do stuff like that. My brain is not entirely useless. Okay. Please don't fly apart this time. There we go. And now we're just going to make the ears, which 1x1 slanted onto a 1x1 grey, and they're going to pop in like that. That one like so. We have the green lion head, and then there we go. We have our green lion completed. With perceptor for scale. All right. Well, the instructions are right there in front of us. Oh yeah, this one's going to be a very, very quick piece to do. But that's okay. I'm liking the new camera angle, so, you know, the camera height. It gives me more room to try and work. Alright, so we have these two. Put those together. And then 4x4. And I'm assuming we're just going to put that on there like that. Okay, so we've got that line going that way. Now we want 8 of the 2x1 C-clips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Can anybody see my last C clip? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, that's why I couldn't see it, because it was already there. Okay, so we're going to pop. So we're going to be putting these everywhere. There's 2 there. And then we have some other cool pieces. Like these ones actually go together like that, which is, I like that, that's cool. But these aren't going there. These are going onto these pieces here. And there we go. Right, so our next pieces, instruction number 4, making sure I don't skip, is we're going to take these, and these are going to go just there, which is going to, you know how we've got that big line there that was feeling, see how that's just a little bit wobbly, whereas that is quite rigid now. I like that. So there we go. Come from an earthquake city, so when something's rigid, it's good. So I'm just curious. No. Okay, so we're just going to put these on. Going from just doing a quarter of the circle, starting on one C-clip, ending on the next one, clockwise or counterclockwise. That is entirely up to you. There is no specific order. And that's those pieces on. That is looking pretty cool already. Okay, so we have these interesting triangle, or I don't know, they look like kind of like baseball plate. Okay. Sorry, I'm just seeing. Groups I can make. There we go. That's how easy this shield is. I spend more time actually sorting it than actually building it. Okay, so these ones are going to go in line with the C-clips that we made earlier. That we put on earlier. Okay, once again, you can go clockwise or counterclockwise. I find that just turning it that way is easier, because it's just a nice pulling motion. Yeah, the technicalities of the hand movement are so important in building. Well, they kind of are, really, aren't they? Anyway, so we want one cross, and we are going to build this up with this red piece. It's going to go dead center, and then these are going to branch off. Just straight off, not on a right angle. Actually, I wonder what that would look like. That makes an interesting sort of ceiling, but yeah. Okay, and there we go. We have a yellow cross. So many crosses on this toy. I mean, there's like 2, maybe 3. Okay, and we're going to pop this just onto these I don't know why those both, they must have just caught on that little lip and just popped off. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over. Make sure we orientate that properly. Reason why I say that is when I first built this shield, I had it going that way and I was trying to put these pieces and nothing was working. So that center line, pay attention to it. Okay, we're going to pop that into there. Okay, and these ones are just going to pop into there. So these ones are actually going, instead of in the negative spaces, they're going into the actual holes. I know holes are negative spaces, but I know what I mean. Okay. And we're going to take the handle and pop the handle onto there. And we can just drop that down for the time being. Now we're going to take these two pieces, very oddly shaped, and they're just going to go one on each side there, just to give that a little bit more strength and rigidity and stop things. Ironically, that's really hard. That just pops off so easily. Right, so now we are going to flip it back over. We've got these 4 giant shield pieces. I think, yeah, they're reasonably big. I mean, put one on Perceptor there and they're big. Okay, and we're going to put these into the double C-clips. Three and 4. Okay, so that is looking pretty cool like that. I like it. And the last 8 steps. Okay. Which way are these going? That's there, point of it that way. And then we're going to pop that onto there. I actually feel, I mean, these do go on, but I feel just putting it on like that is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. And my brain it said that was going to work, but in actuality it did not. Yeah, okay. Assemble those before you put it on, definitely. Oh, sorry, we're just putting those on to there. And there we go. Now we have the green lion. And everybody says it's a shield, but I can't remember. I think it was Blazing Star or something. I haven't watched Voltron in years. I don't really remember too many episodes where they used this. Even folded back like that, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. So we have the have a shield or the Blazing Star, or I mean, it doesn't really matter at all. Gets lost in translation anyway. And we have the green lion. Groovy. Right. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this very short build stream today. I honestly didn't think it'd go by that quickly, but